Alright, we're reading chapter 126 of One Punch Man. Fubuki on the cover with her sister, Tatsumaki, both of them looking quite elegant. Take a step forward, it's my turn to shine. And this chapter title is Psychos. So returning to Tatsumaki's extraction of Psychos, who is just chilling 1,500 meters beneath everything. And we'll see what kind of past these two share. I think that's happened now. I don't know. I don't really quite remember the sequencing of all this stuff. I remember from the webcomics. Whoa! What is this place indeed? Whoa, whoa, whoa! So, this is very, very interesting. Psychos' plan from the start has explicitly been world domination by monsters, the elimination of human society, and the birth of the new monster society. This has been pretty clearly her objectives. And what has been the most ambiguous about that is what this new society would look like. Clearly one where it's the rule of the powerful overall, a complete domination by the strongest of the weakest. But and then what? What do they do? To just kind of sit around, fighting each other all the time? Yeah, maybe that would be good. But clearly Psychos is a woman of luxury, a woman of taste. And I think she would want to actually have somewhat of a functioning, productive society, one that can provide her with goods and services that she wishes, and just be in absolute total control of it. So, this is the first sense we're getting of monster industrialization, of the monsters collecting resources for their new age, building up perhaps manufacturing, an economy, resource scarcity and control over not just absolute physical power, but economical power as well. Source of funds for your evil deeds. I love that Flash is kind of working it out. I think that's basically it, I guess. And yeah, as they're functioning, they're probably going to want to buy all sorts of supplies. The more human interactable monsters, I'm sure, have been procuring weapons and other technologies and just swag for the base this whole time, using the funds from these mines. Anyways, yeah, Flash seems to have a good idea of it. Saitama, very, very interested in making some bank off of this. Realizing that maybe his big meal ticket could be lurking down here too. And it seems like this low-level monster is both terrified that some real deep secrets of the Monster Association are being destroyed or are being exposed under his watch, and also just seems a little confused. It's a lot of personality in this one panel. I absolutely love it. I also love these ant guys. Holy, I love these guys. Just their outfits and their attitudes and the fact that they're blowing a whistle and pointing a spotlight. It's all so mundane. It's also like comedic and just kind of antic-y, you know? When at the exact same time there's life or death battles being waged between creatures more powerful than your comprehension. Including, like, these are two of the strongest hero forces. Both of these guys are absurdly strong, and they're the ones caught up in these antics. Literally, ant-six? Alright, moving on. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Mario, he's trying to wave the white flag with Saitama's cape. Okay. In order to save their friend? Question mark. Saitama ditches his cape. He and Lightspeed Flash leap up in this very traditional heroics-looking scene, and instantly splatter and slice these giant monsters. Easy peasy. But we expected nothing less. Again, just the way that speed and power are depicted in this series, I think, is fantastic. We can see that within this one panel, Saitama has leapt all the way through, making two gigantic holes in this monster's body, exploding the rest. And meanwhile, in kind of a hint maybe of the relative speeds, we can follow the entire trail of Flash as he cuts up this monster into itty-bitty bits. Ha ha! Yeah, this guy had really no idea what he was dealing with. He knew that Lightspeed Flash was S-Class. He'd mentioned that before. But, like, he doesn't know what S-Class means. He doesn't know what Lightspeed means. So they plop back in the minecart. Da-da-da. Hey, not bad. You're kind of fast. Oh my god, just the look on Flash's face. Because so far Saitama has been kind of dicking around. Like, they were running around together, but it seemed like Lightspeed Flash was maybe running a little slow. Try to let Saitama keep up. Not realizing that Saitama was also running a little slow. Trying to let Flash keep up. They're too strong. Give me my cape back. Oh, this is so much fun. Such antics. This is just really good, like, gag comedy paneling, I think. I think that really can't be understated. Like, you know, this is the big part of the fun and the flavor of One Punch Man is the alternating of edge of your seat, amazing action sequences, and then really funny character driven kind of gag comedy. That when they do the latter, it's more subtle than the big flashy paneling and stuff of the action sequencing. But the paneling for the gag comedy is equally genius. Just look at how this page breaks down. Look at the juxtaposition of emotion and just the timing of everything, the banter. Amazing. All right then. The cape. You just got it back. And suddenly Saitama pinned and yoinked right off the minecart. Ooh, Flash. They have to abandon him. Flash is expecting the worst. And then there's this look on his face. He has such profound faces. You know, even though he's the butt of like so many jokes, and if you'll forgive the pun, he really doesn't get to shine very much. You can tell that Murata and One really care about the consistency and the actual mind behind the character. That when he has these looks on his face, the mixture of shock, regret, confusion, I don't know, it's very well expressed. Uh-oh, the track is coming to an end. What will they do? This is such a great shot. I love the use of kind of glow around things in manga. Often it's just kind of like a necessity so that the art doesn't get too muddled and you can kind of make out focal points. And here I think it definitely has that effect and is necessary for that effect. But it has this kind of secondary effect of the glowing edge of the track feels like we're seeing the characters focus. We're seeing both of them realize before our eyes that the track is about to end. Long live the Monster Association! He grabs onto Flash's leg. I think hoping to, yeah, he grabs the cart and Flash's leg, trying to take them all down together. Brave, brave. I gotta hand it to this guy. He's holding up pretty well. But yeah, this is of course not a problem. I love the way that his face is dragging in the wind of just the speed of Flash's movement. Insta-kill, unsheathed, swinging in as well. Again, just the depiction of speed here is so impressive. It's just so visceral. It's just so satisfying. Oh, man! So before it can even be cut to pieces, all the seams just starting to unfurl and all the cuts that he made, Saitama runs through and smashes it. This is an amazing panel. And he's got bags of gold! He's hauling out the bags of gold. It's his big payday. Finally, at last. All this hero junk is worth it. He's got his cape on still, even though there's a hole in it. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at Flash's face. Again, it's so subtle. The subtleness reflects the love they actually have for these characters. And Saitama's face, of course. Needs no description. So, and he's still dragging the monster along. The three of them, this lovable trio. running back to the minecart, shoving it over the gap. We need directions, so don't you fall. The gold! Saitama sacrifices the gold. Maybe not intentionally, but by mistake, he sacrifices the gold in order to save this little monster brat. It's been helping them out. Huh! It's such a good face. Poor Saitama. He finally thought he got it all together. Pretty damn good. Again, just the comedic timing of all this. All the little faces, all the little panels. It's just phenomenal. It's like, so when I read these chapters, another part of me, I don't talk about this part because I think it's like, it's distinct and it's separate. And I almost wish that I didn't consider this while I was reading. But part of me is like, what am I going to use for the thumbnail? What am I going to use for the thumbnail? And more than any other series, the One Punch Man remake, every single panel, I feel like makes a good thumbnail. You know? Like, I don't even know. Like, on this page, literally every panel, well, maybe not, the one where they're falling into the minecart, it's too vertical. But everything else conveys so much emotion, conveys so much of the adventure of this chapter. Make a good thumbnail. Okay, meanwhile, Psychos, somewhat erotically, is waging a telepathic war over a kilometer apart, trying to resist Tatsumaki's pull. Rover, my telepathy is getting no response. Ooh, this is one of her, this is the Gyoro camera's image being beamed. The caped Baldy. I love that Flash's face is totally covered up. It's not just funny in the context of like Psychos is confused. She has no idea who's riding in this cart or why. It would make a lot more sense to her if she saw Flash. But just in the normal like social awkwardness, just the normal social humor of like you take a picture like this and one person ends up getting blacked out or blocked out. And the fact that that person is Flash, of course, is just hilarious. Even a weirdo like that is closing in on the inner sanctum. That's Maki too. I guess I'll have to deal with her myself. Okay. So this chapter is called Psychos. Makes sense that we're getting some focus on her. She telegrabs this mysterious elixir, labeled only elixir, chugs it. Do you have any idea how long I've planned for this day? And then her psychic power runs rampant. I think this is cool. I think the positioning of it just on this table full of oddities and eccentricities and stuff is really nice. Didn't that skull have 3 eyes though? I'm too lazy to check. When I did that, I swear that, yeah, see, it changed. It literally just changed. I can almost do it on demand. It's so weird. Yeah, just the fact that she like has this with her, that maybe all of the things on this desk have some other similar emergency usage. I don't know. It just feels like there's so much flavor, so much potential lore being woven into these small details. I love it. Bear witness to the one whom Gyoro can't begin to compare with, Lord Psychos and her terrifying psychokinesis. Disaster level dragon Psychos. I mean, disaster level dragon. Kind of goes without saying at this point. That's just who they're dealing with at this tier. But it's always pretty hype to see it. Okay, that's the end of this one. Fantastic use of Saitama's face here. Good credits page. The credits page of this team is always so minimal, but it's always perfect whatever they choose. Okay, we have one more chapter left, and then we're caught up with another series. The big catch-up marathon is slowly and steadily grinding away at this humongous backlog. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I am having an absolute blast, and I can't wait to see what happens in this next one. Bye-bye for now.